Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We are on Chapter 6, Lesson 5, page 403. We are going to be learning about multiplying decimals. And I need to warn you that we are only going to go to problem 18 on this because there's a lot of steps involved in each of these, and I just don't want to take up the time to do the brain builders. So there's your warning. We're only going to 18. So hang with me and let's see what we can figure out. Example 1. Nina is buying peanuts in bulk. The peanuts cost 75 cents for each pound. She purchases 2.1 pounds of peanuts. How much will Nina pay? Round to the nearest cent. Okay, we'll talk about that one in just a bit. First, let's estimate. So we're going to estimate 75 cents. Is 75 closer to a dollar or closer to zero? You can figure that out by having that be your target, and the 5 will tell you that it's going to go up. Now, we could put 80, but we want to be able to put something a little easier because we are estimating. So let's do something a little more compatible. Let's just do $1. Now, 2.1, that will round up to the nearest whole number would be a 2. So we have $1 times 2 is going to equal about $2. So she's going to pay about $2 is what her estimation is going to be. Now we multiply with whole numbers. So they want you to ignore the decimals for a minute and just look at this as a multiplication problem. And we can do that. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 7 is 7. Now we're going to do the turtle head method, and we're going to go through this section now. So we put a placeholder 0 here. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. And then 2 times 0 is 0. Then we just drop down the 1. Now we add our categories down. We have 5, 7, 5, 1. Now, this is where we count the placeholders. We have 1, 2 place values, 1 place value. So together we have 1, 2, 3. Have our little decimal point right there. So this is where it gets kind of tricky and where we have that last little instruction where it said to the nearest cent. So here's our answer right here. $1 and all of this gobbledygook behind it. To the nearest cent. Well, I know when I'm dealing with dollars, that's my nearest cent, or in the category that would help us do the nearest cent. This number is going to determine what happens. So that 5 is going to raise that 7 to an 8. So we're going to have a dollar sign with 1.58. So Nina will need to pay $1.58. $1.58. So $2 was pretty close to the actual answer of $1.58. Example 2. DeMarcus is buying a new guitar pick that costs 50 cents. The sales tax is found by multiplying the cost of the guitar pick, which is 50 cents, by 0.06. What is the cost of the sales tax for the pick? Here they've set up the problem for us, 50 cents times 0.06. We're going to estimate that 50 cents is close to a dollar, and this 6 hundredths is pretty close to 0. So our answer is going to be something between 0 and 1. Now let's multiply the whole numbers. Here we go. 6 times 0 is, well, 0. 6 times 5 is 30. And then we can just go ahead and do 6 times 0 is 0. Don't let that confuse you. You bring down the 3. Now we count the places. 1, 2, 1, 2. So a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decimal point. And we just put placeholder zeros here to help figure it out. So we can understand that 50 cents times 0.06 is 0.03. I'm not going to worry about adding all of those extra zeros because they're just placeholders, and this means the same. So the sales tax that they're going to pay is 3 cents. So we can say that the product is going to cost 3 cents. It's close to the estimate of 0. Or you can also look at this another way, and that's 3 out of 100, because 3 is in the hundredth spot. Or you know that it makes 100 pennies equal $1. So there's 3 out of the 100, or 3 pennies, 3 cents. Hopefully that is making it not too confusing for you. All right, this is where we can do some of this mentally, and some of this we need to do it on graph paper. So grab some graph paper out of the front of the classroom off the shelf, and let's work together. Now this number 1, we can go ahead and do mentally. 6 times 8 is 48. Then we can go ahead and see that there's a place value here and a place value there. So we know we can bounce over, and decimal point goes right there, and put a placeholder 0. So that's what your answer for number 1 is going to look like. Now number 2, you're going to need to have some space to work it out. Go ahead and use this on your graph paper. I'm going to do 2.4 times 1.7. Now when you're multiplying decimals, you just go ahead and multiply it and ignore the decimals. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14, 15, 16. Okay, now we're going to do the next category, and we're going to put a 0 as a placeholder right here. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, we're going to add these down. We have an 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 408. Now we need to count how many place values we're going to go over. 1, 2, 1, 2. So our decimal is going to go right there. Our answer is going to be 4.08. Okay, number 3. Again, this one is kind of crazy and big, so we're going to need to use graph paper for this one. 3.8 times 0.9. Okay, 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 3 is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And we don't have to worry about the 0. So let's talk about this one. We go 1, 2, 1, 2. So then our answer is going to be 3.42. Okay, join me on the next page. Okay, grab your graph paper and let's do number 4. Alrighty, 1 times 6 is 6. Oops, gotta get my markup going on here. There we go. All right, number 4. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 0 is 0. And then we're going to do the next category. You can put a turtle head around it if it helps you. And we're going to put a placeholder 0 there. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 9 is 63. 64, 65, 66, 67. 7 times 0 is 0. Don't let that fool you. Then you're going to bring down the 6. Add those together. We have 6, 11, 7, 8, and 6. I like doing this with different colors. It helps me keep them straight. I have 2 place values there and another place value there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Put my decimal right there. 6.816. Now it says check for reasonableness, but due to the interest of time, we're not going to worry about that. What they really want you to do is estimate that 96 is close to 1, and 7.1 is close to 7, and that is going to be close to 7, is what they're wanting you to do for reasonableness. But for this chapter, just follow along with me, and we'll just do the multiplication. Okay, number 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36, 37, 38, 39. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, turtle head method. And I'm going to erase this work up here so it doesn't confuse me. 2 times 5 is 10. I put a placeholder 0 there, bring down the 0. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 2 times 6 is 6. Sorry, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 9, 4, 7, 8, 9. So then there is our answer. Now we have 2 places right there and 1 place right there. 1, 2, 3. Our decimal is going to go right there. 9.49. So you can leave your answer like this, or you can say it's 9.49 is the answer. Okay, number 6. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 0 is 0. Don't let it trick you. Just drop the 1. 2 times 0 is 0. Okay, we're going to do the next category now. 5 times 7 is 35. And then 5 times 0 is 0. Drop down the 3. 5 times 0 is 0. 4, 6, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Put a placeholder 0 right there, and there's your answer. Okay, number 7. 8 times 8, 64. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 6 would be 62. 8 times 2 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Zero times 8 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 4, 2, 2, 2. So I almost didn't even need to do that 0. I should remember the rule of zeros. But all right. Oh well, I started it, so I'll finish it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2.224. Number 8. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17. 5 times 0 is 0. Bring down the 1. That's where I see the biggest mistakes, is when you times by 0, you forget to bring down the answer that's on top. Okay, placeholder 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 0 is 0. And we're not going to do that little 0 because it just means we're going to put a row of zeros. All right, bring down the 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 3, 4, 5. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, we could add a placeholder 0. Put it right there. And there's our answer, 0.0525. Number 9, 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. Next level. Not sure how I'm doing that circle. I'll try not to do that anymore. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Put placeholder 0 there. Bring down the 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 plus 1 is 10. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Didn't get my pretty red color, but that's okay. Our answer is 20.736. Ooh, number 10. They want us to stack. So use your graph paper and go ahead and stack them. 3 times 9 is 27. And I can see that there is a place value there, place value there. So then my decimal point, wow, not sure how I did that one. Okay, that was kind of cool. That's our answer, though. It was 0.27. Number 11. I'm going to bring the 1.6 over here. Okay, 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Okay, now we're going to multiply this category. And I'm going to put a 0 here as a placeholder. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Plus these together. 3, 4, 5. Okay, placeholder. We have 1, 2, 1, 2 place values. We're going to go over and put our decimal point right there. 5.12. Okay, 6.7 times 0.5. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 6 is 30, 31, 32, 33. We have one place there, one place there. And there's our answer, 3.35. Excuse me. Number 13, we have to find the unknown, b. So they're wanting us to do a multiplication problem, and I'm going to do it in my space I have right here. We have 0.81 times 7.3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 0 is 0, bring down the 2. Now we're going to be doing the next batch and do a placeholder 0. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 0 is 0. Bring down the 5. So then we have these numbers we need to add. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. Now we count the places. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to be 5.91. Number 14. 5.6 times 3.9. All right, 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 5 is 50. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. 5 plus 6 is 11. And we're going to count a place value there and a place value there. So 1, 2. Our answer is going to be 20. Wow. Not sure how I keep doing that. Sorry. 21.84. Okay, 1.2 times 0 0.0. Oh, don't need a point there. 0.05. All right, got it wrote correctly. There we go. Ignore the decimal points for right now, and let's just do the multiplication of the numbers. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5, plus another 1 is 6. And we're not going to do the zeros because they don't really give us much help. But we are going to count over 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're going to add a placeholder and another placeholder there. So then our answer is going to be 0.060. Or you can just put 0.06 and it would mean the same answer. Okay, 3 more. We can do it. A nutrition label says that 1 serving out of a bag of chips has 3.7. Helps if I have my markup turned on. Let's try that again. 3.7 grams of fat. How many grams of fat are in 2.5? Well, this whole lesson has been about multiplying decimals, so I'm pretty sure they want you to multiply those two numbers. So let's move over here. 3.7 times 2.5. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, next batch we're going to multiply. 2 times 7 is 14. Put a 0 there as a placeholder. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9. We've got one place value there, one place value there. Bring it over. Okay, so we're going to say that out of the grams of fat and 2.5 servings, so 2.5 servings, the chips are going to have 9.25 grams with an S. Apples cost almost $1 a pound. How much would it cost to purchase this many pounds? I wish it would just say estimating. That would be a lot easier. All right, they want us to do it the hard way. We can do it. We can do hard things. So I'm going to do 0.98 times 5.5. Now ignore the decimals and let's just do the multiplication. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 5 times 0 is 0. Now drop the 4. Okay, now we're going to do this section. Put a placeholder there. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 5 times 0 is 0. Drop the 4. 0, 9, 13, 5. All right, let's count how many place value positions we're going to go over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to be 5.39. We don't have to add that extra 0. And we are going to put a dollar sign because it's going to cost $5.39. The average honeybee can travel 10.5 feet per second. How many feet can the honeybee travel in 3.7 seconds? So we're going to take 10.5 times 3.7. Okay, 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 0 is 0. Bring down the 3. 7 times 1 is 7. Okay, now we're going to do the next section. Then we put a placeholder 0. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 0 is 0. Bring down the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Then we have 5, 8, 8, 3. Let's count the place value positions. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. So the average honeybee can travel 38.85, and we are measuring feet. Oof. Okay, now remember, we're only going to 18 on this lesson. So there you go. Make sure you show your work on the sides and raise your hand and have me come check your work out before you go to your homework. Thank you.